Hi, this is Tom. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to go through an idea I've been working with, uh, which is I had the idea of trying to recreate kind of a picture book look where you have on the left side text and on the right side a picture, and came up with an approach that, for the most part, is working very well. So I wanted to go through this. So this is kind of the basic outlook, and then you can click through. And so far, I just have 5 pages. And I'm limiting it to 5 pages because it can take up a lot of tokens to generate the images. Um, Although I think it might be okay to use more, but I need to understand better how the process works to not hit usage limit problems. So this is one example which has to do with uh, the South Pole. Now this was pretty cool because I just asked it to come up with a topic. So it chose this topic, built this presentation, and it's just what I was looking for in terms of the look and feel. And I thought it was an interesting uh, topic. So that was the first one. The second one is on the Mariana Trench, and this is pretty nice too. It's a bit darker, but quite nice. And then this is on the North Pole, and you can see it was a little bit off on the text, didn't quite fit. So I asked it to kind of tweak that, and they came up with this last one, which is my favorite one. I think this looks really, really nice. I don't know like how this will come across on a video, but looking at this on my computer screen, this is very attractive. Both well, the images have been attractive all along, but the way the text looks is very nice. So the approach that I'm using is I'm working with Gemini, and I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that Cloud Code can't do this. Um, Not 100% sure. Actually, I'm not close to 100% sure. I should check. Um, and also, I don't think Open AI, ChatGPT can do it either. But again, I'm not positive on that. But this works with Gemini, and what basically what it is you put on Canvas and then give it a prompt for a slideshow. That's the approach that was used for this. And I think, well, maybe I'll go through what it came up with quickly, and then if anyone's interested, let me know, and I can share the prompt to give to Gemini to do this. So this topic I gave to it, which had to do with which river is longer, the Amazon or the Nile. And so we named the topic the Great River Divide, and then talked about the issues involved. And the everything is good about it. The content is quite good. It explained really well how the distance for the Nile was obtained and the difficulties involved with that. And then the same thing with the Amazon. And with the Amazon, it's quite interesting because it's like both the Nile and the Amazon are fluid rivers, depending on what's happening in terms of what time of year it is and how much water there is. But that's especially the case with the Amazon because you might like the length of the river can vary greatly depending on if you have snowfall that's building the creeks that flow into the Amazon. Anyway, that's a quick run through on it, but I thought it did an excellent job of the presentation. It's really fun to go through and look at, very pleasant visually. And I'm going to look into if the other AIs can do this, and also see about the usage limits, about how long I could make these slide presentations without running into problems. It seems like it might be okay as long as I don't make the mistake of copying back the text into the chat, because the files are very large, and I'll show that real quick. So these are the files that are generated when you convert. I'll just show what this looks like really quick. So here is so here's the file, and see all of this kind of gibberish. This is really very cool. It's actually converting the image into this text. So it can read this text and create the images. That's what you're seeing. That's what I'm showing you. But you can see the size of this is quite large. This is 10 meg, so it's from 5 to 10 meg to build these. Now, the technologies have improved to where the browsers can handle this, no problem at all. So the thing I need to be careful of is not copying this much information back into the chat session, because that could burn up a lot of tokens. But I'm going to play around with that, see if I can build longer slide presentations, and try other approaches. But this is what I have so far, and it's worked really nicely. And thanks for watching. Hope you found that interesting. Until next time.